Hi everyone, I'm here today at the AI Summit with Vivek Mahajan, Chief Technology Officer at Fujitsu. Welcome.
Thank you for
Vivek.
having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Lovely to see you. So as a global technology company, how are you leveraging your global network of innovation to benefit the UK?
Thanks, Susie. So as you just said, Fujitsu is a global company which really committed to driving really, I would say, innovation, trust with the customers and society, and sustainability at a global level with our technology. Specifically to UK, we've been invested here for a long period of time, but as we announced yesterday, the Center for Cognitive and Advanced Technologies, which is a massive investment in terms of from Fujitsu, and that's just the beginning. It'll create new jobs, but more importantly, it'll bring technology like quantum and artificial intelligence, something like social twins, very exciting stuff that we are actually pioneering and doing in Japan with our HPC computing. So all that stuff, I think it will help bring to UK with both our technology skills at even a faster pace than we've done before. And that kind of is aimed at driving what I would say societal innovation, innovation for the future, and I think it'll tremendously benefit UK, but it will also be kind of strengthen the relationship between Japan and United Kingdom as well.
Okay. So can you tell us a bit about how Fujitsu is investing in AI and quantum?
So from a Fujitsu, let's start with quantum, and I'll talk about AI after that. So Fujitsu has been doing research in quantum for a very long time. The first part, now that's not quantum, but I would say digital annealing. It's a solution that I would say we are probably leading the world in it from an annealing perspective. The UK Space Agency uses it for optimizing the garbage in the space, which is, I think, a very important thing both for the society and the space in the future. But that's one part of the technology, right? And it is, we continue to evolve it, making it easier to use. The latest technology is 100,000 bits. It's automated. You can get it up and running in a day or two. Following that, we announced the world's fastest quantum simulator, which we announced in March. It's a 36 qubit quantum simulator. It's based on the same technology that powers Fugaku, the fastest supercomputer in the world. We ported the quantum simulator on that, and we made that available, right, via public cloud. The final piece of the puzzle comes with the actual quantum. So we are doing research in three areas: gate-based quantum computing, trapped ion, and diamond spin. And we're working with universities across the world. We will have gate-based quantum computers available next year, followed with increasing capacity and qubit capacity on that. Now, most importantly, we are also doing very important work in what we call error correction, which is important in quantum, right? It's not just how many qubits you have, but it's also error correction. And finally, sitting on top of that, we believe the future will be a combination of both traditional computing represented by HPC, where Fujitsu is obviously leading the world, but rest of the quantum, and making that available as a single compute pool to the users where they can use as and when you use it. Now, on the artificial intelligence side, Fujitsu is really pioneering work in three areas. One is human sensing artificial intelligence. Second is explainable AI. And third is cause and effect, which is actually pretty difficult to do from an AI perspective. And what we are doing is not just building the AI models, but also effectively operationalizing those AI models. And I would add, finally, the goal is to combine the compute and AI together to do something like what you call tsunami prediction, or cancer research, or drug discovery, or genome prediction, right, or typhoons. So that really brings the power of compute and AI together in driving insight that can benefit both the society, an average citizen, but also help make some advances that really innovate.
So following on from that, how can we use these technologies to build a more trusted society?
So from a trusted society perspective, I think if you look at what Society 5.0 is, so where Fujitsu is playing an active part, it's really taking the technologies, driving intelligence out of it, which combines compute and AI, but not just that, even networking technologies, 5G and beyond, where we are doing some very interesting work, and security, and making that available as services. So for example, in the city of Kawasaki in Japan, we built a smarter city technology platform that we are working with the city to drive some service that involve average citizen, where they can use these services to, for example, contribute to the environment, reducing CO2 emission by putting solar panels on their roofs or small wind turbines, and they can look at, hey, how much does this affect? How much does it have an effect on the carbon emissions? And in turn, they get some points for it, which they can go in and cash in a retail store or whatever they want. Similar, another cycle on the health side, right? They can do some activities that can give them points on the health side, and then they can again do that. So it's really combining the business model and the technology model that helps every citizen get involved rather than just only few big companies. And I think that platform, which combines AI, compute, security, networks, and then have a human being, what you call the human technology interface together is extremely important.
So can you tell us about some of the technologies we can expect to see from Fujitsu here at London Tech Week?
Well, we have got a big demonstration, a lot of booths that you can go and experience technology. But you would see technology in compute, quantum. You can see stuff with AI, where what our leading our latest research in AI that we've done. Some of the stuff we do, what we're doing with what I would call is converging technologies, and that is marrying socials, and that I think is very interesting, marrying social sciences with technology, neurosciences with technology, human behavior with technology. So that's like social digital twins, palm-based security, or recognizing people when they are without based on emotions, senses, and that has implications with in the security of the society as well. So a whole gamut of technology. I absolutely welcome you to go to the Fujitsu booths. Experience that for yourself, because it's not like, hey, this is not just talk. This is actually, walking the talk, and you can experience and feel it.
Sounds amazing, brilliant. Well, thanks for joining us today, and enjoy your 2 days at the show.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.